Do the Mario! Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the fifth world of Super Mario Bros. 3. This is kind of like a two-part world, where at first it seems like it's normal grassland. There's some chain chomps in it, which is interesting. There's some water mixed in. And the first few levels of this place aren't really significant in any sort of way. It's got these guys who jump after you. They're kind of annoying sometimes, because we have to jump up to where they are. We can just get through those guys. Hey, and another 3 stars. We're getting better in terms of timing that. I believe if you always have a running start once you approach the roulette, you're guaranteed a star or something? That's how it's always been for me. You have an ice level here, it seems. Or not. We had an opening of a level that was nice. We've usually been pretty good about getting raccoon leaves. Oh, a tanuki suit! Why was that just in a normal mushroom house? Huh. Alright, well, we've been getting good luck with those mushroom houses recently. The worst you can get is, of course, the mushroom, and I would say the second worst after that would be the fire flower. Oh. This is an interesting jump at the beginning. It kind of reminds me of 8-4. Oh, and I died. But here we have a choice between 2 levels to approach that fortress over there, that tower. We have a castle and we have level 3, which both of these lead us there, and this one, if we happen to get a game over, will stay gone, so there's really no reason to not go for this one, unless maybe it's harder, I'm not too certain. There are some big jumps in this castle, aren't there? Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. There we go, okay, we gotta bait the thwomp, and then go for it. And oof! Okay. You know what? I'll take it. Now we have a fight with Boom Boom in a completely open area. This seems easier than the last few fights, and he was already easy to begin with. Oh, Boom Boom. You'll never pose a challenge. Mimi's on the bed asleep now, by the way. I might as well take a picture, hold on. This path also gets us to this spade minigame here, although you'll get here no matter which level you beat, as long as you go around, deal with the Hammer Bros and all that. And hey, we actually got a match. Is that the first time we've done that? Maybe it is. It's the first time having this recording session, anyway. But we got a couple of Hammer Bros here. Might as well go for them. Big Mario can actually make the Hammer Bro fights a bit more difficult because he breaks the blocks as he hits them. So that'll make it so the Hammer Bros can slip down and on top of you while you're trying to get under them. And one last Hammer Bro we might as well deal with. And what is the reward for this one? Another P-Wing. We've been collecting a lot of those recently, which is good because I know there's a level later on in this world that I want to use one. And up this tower here. It's kind of like a castle level, but there's not really an end to this one. There's no mini-boss. It just kind of abruptly finishes. But the entire theme of this tower is that we're sending pipes, you know, we're going through fire waffles, I believe those are, and some thwomps. Thwomps have definitely become, like, the most recognizable new enemy in this game, even more so than Boos and Dry Bones. Like, they're used a lot in this game. Got some fake blocks with mini Goombas in them here. Oh hey, look, coins in these blocks. Oh man, there's a lot of coins in these blocks. And hey, we're in the clouds now. Literally, we're walking on clouds. And this part actually confused me for a moment because if you attempt to jump this way, you'll just die. You actually have to hit that block to get a vine, which you then have to go up. I don't know why I didn't figure that out. But hey, going through that pipe, you can now see the tower and all those levels down there. And we're in the clouds, so this is the true theme of World 5. It is a sky world. And so, with that, we have a few levels to beat, so World 4. Here we've got more of these rotating platforms, only these ones never stop. So they're a bit of an issue, we just have to go over them completely. Oh, it looks like these ones stop. Oh my gosh, okay, I'll take it. Here we have waterfalls in the sky. You have to wonder what it looks like down there. Very quick level, alright. Although granted, I will totally admit that that was partially luck that got me through, of just jumping spastically and running to the finish line. Hey, another match 2 game. We might as well go for it, although we're doing really good in terms of items and lives right now. This is kind of a point you get to with Super Mario Bros. 3. You'll eventually start collecting so many items that you can just power through everything. I do not remember where anything was, I'm sorry. I'm getting worse and worse at that game somehow. You have to wonder when Mario falls into the bottomless pits in this world, if he actually falls all the way down to the bottom and, like, it's a long fall or something. There he goes. Oh hey, there's a mushroom here. I didn't know that. So with that, we're actually going to be able to get this power up rather quickly. Assuming we could avoid these guys. And we got a leaf only for it to be a mushroom and then got hit again instantly. Alright. I'm not going to question what just transpired there. Also, that's a new kind of enemy. It's a ball with a fire tail that shoots fire at us, and he gets less fire when he shoots more at us. He also eventually explodes. He's a bit of an odd enemy, I will say. Hey, we got one of each. That's like, you know... Nope, just a one-up. Can't exactly remember what the gimmick with this level is. It's got some hidden mini Goombas and all that. Oh, it looks like the Fire Flower is not effective against these guys, just like it is with most of the enemies in this game. Alright, not much to that level, just a lot of blocks and some Lakitu action going on there. Nothing we can't handle. And we have a fight with the Hammer Bros in the sky. Does it really change much? No, not really. And we got another music box. I still don't really have much use for these things. I would say they're probably the least useful item you can find in terms of beating Hammer Bros or Peach sending letters. Also, one kind of disappointing thing is that Mario and Luigi in this game look exactly the same. And it would be the same case in the next Super Mario game, that being Super Mario World. Considering in the last game, you know, they had completely different and unique sprites, and they had been given such different personalities in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show and in even the movie. But here, they're just the exact same sprite. This is quite the interesting castle. We have fireballs, or potobos, excuse me, coming from both the ceiling and the floor. Oh, I want that. Oh! I was so amazed I picked it up the second that I touched the Podobo that I got myself killed. Here we have a Boo thrown into the mix. He doesn't really do much. Oh, and I got myself killed again. I don't know how I jumped into that Podobo when he was just standing right there for so long. He was on his way back, too. He didn't even want to kill... Oh, here we have another Boom Boom battle. Nothing really special about this one, I don't think. Unless... Boom Boom! You grew wings! Wow! Oh, he got a hit in on us. Alright, well that's the end of that Boom Boom. Only 20,000 more to go. I have another level here. This one's once again in the clouds. I don't exactly remember what the theme of this one is. Looks like we're just kind of speeding through it, as usual with these levels. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. Since I missed out on 5-3, I missed out on the one level that has Karibo's Shoe. So, Karibo's Shoe is a one-time power-up where it appears in 5-3, and it's essentially just like, it allows you to walk on spikes and stuff, and I think that's about it, really. But it appears... Oh, and it also allows you to jump on piranha plants, I'm pretty sure. But it's the only... it only appears in World 5-3 and nowhere else. And since I skipped it, oops. But I'm going to be using a P-Wing because this level is ridiculous. It's an upwards auto-scroller filled with bottomless pits. And as you will see from the level design here, I'm not actually going through it, but this level gets pretty ridiculous towards the end. The first part of it is really just a bunch of platforms here. And one of my least favorite things about the auto-scrollers in general is that one thing I do like about this game is how fast you can speed through levels. You know, the levels are shorter, you have more flight power-ups in general, you know, there's just a lot of tools that help you speed through the level. There's slopes that helps you slide through things. But in these kind of levels, you have to wait at the level's pace, meaning it's guaranteed to take a certain amount of time, and honestly, the timer essentially means nothing here, because it's not like you're going to be timing out when there's nothing else going on. But yeah, we have to deal with those guys on these platforms. I don't want to deal with that, so we're just going to end it there. And with that, we're heading into the airship of World 5. We're into the latter half of the game at this point, actually. Oh, and look at that, the king has been turned into a bird. How convenient that the one who was turned into a bird also happens to be in the clouds. You know, I wonder if Bowser and the Koopa kids are actually trying to help these guys. Like, oh, you live in the clouds? Oh, that's not safe. You should be birds, guys. You should be bird people, you know? Or, oh, you know, you live in an island full of dinosaurs? Maybe you should be one of them dinosaurs. What if Mario's the bad guy? Original theory. Yeah, I don't want that. I mean, the Fire Flower is inherently better than it was in Super Mario Bros. 1 in terms of a defensive option because you get an extra hit. At least in the American version, of course. But it's just less useful as a weapon. And I think that's the point of the Fire Flower, is to be a weapon. You were born to be a weapon, Fire Flower. Oh, man. It's always disappointing when... Oh, and where did he go? Well, we can go ahead and use this pipe here, which immediately sends us back to this castle where we can use the pipe to appear at this end. And I suppose we can go for World 3 so that we can find the Karibo shoe. If I die, I'm not going to bother completing the level after all. There's no real point. But in order to obtain Karibo shoe, we have to let this Goomba jump on top of a platform and hit him just like he was a Hammer Bro. We jump on in, and yay, we're in a shoe. And we can jump on spiked enemies now. The reason it's called Karibo shoe is because in Japan, Goombas are called Karibos, and which is, I believe, like another name for walnut or something, which is why they thought they were chestnuts for a while. Or not walnut, chestnut. But, that's why in later games like Mario 3D World, this has been called the Goomba shoe, because that's essentially what it is. I mean, if you didn't have a manual for this game, you probably wouldn't know what this thing is anyway, just call it the shoe. But yeah, Bob-ombs are returning from Mario 2, one of the very few enemies in that game to make a return here. But, hey, it's something. Also, I suppose the picking up mechanic with turtle shells and with other things does kind of apply as a Super Mario Bros. 2 feature where you use the run button to pick things up, although it's not nearly as fleshed out here as it is there. And as you can see, Goomba Shoe goes away as soon as you beat the level, meaning you can't take it to anywhere else. In this section, it just gets ridiculous. We got a bullet bill shooting at us, we got 8 different cannonballs all over there, or is that 9? That might have been 9. And another bullet bill here. But, here we have the pipe, and in this world it's Roy. He's iconic for being bright pink, bald, and having awesome sunglasses. But he kinda needs those because he's in Sky World.
Why do we work so close to the sign? Meh.
But that's the end of Roy. I think he has like a ground pound attack, but really most of the Koopalings can be handled in the same fashion, except for maybe Wendy, I guess, but... And that is also the end of World 5 overall. And the king of this place has a giant beard. Man, that thing is massive. It's bigger than his entire body. I mean, granted, the Toads people don't really have big bodies in the first place, but still. Greetings. Be careful in the ice world. The creatures trapped in the ice will come to life if warmed. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Princess Toadstool.